So you've downloaded your credit report from annualcreditreport.com, Credit Karma, or any of the other credit monitoring services. But what now? So that is what we're going to talk about today. How to read your credit report. Hello, my name is Kiwanis. I am a board certified credit consultant. I also have an MBA, and I am passionate about teaching my community all about credit repair, obtaining and maintaining credit so that you can leverage your credit to live the life that you deserve. And on this channel, we talk about all things credit. So let's just jump right into today's topic. It is how to read your credit report. So maybe you've downloaded your credit report from annualcreditreport.com or Credit Karma or any of these things. So today I'm just going to show you how to read each section of the credit report. So in section A, it is going to be, let me reference this by saying that this is a tri-merge credit report. The credit report that you may have may be from a single bureau, and that's fine. The difference between the two is the tri-merge credit report, it shows all three of the major credit bureaus on one report, and then the single reports are just that. They are single reports, one report from each credit bureau. The information on them is going to be the same. They may change the sections a little bit depending on which bureau that you have downloaded the report from, but the information is the same. Now, I like the tri-merge report because you can read this report with the three bureaus all at once, and it's going to go a little faster. This report you can get from a credit monitoring service such as Identity IQ. So in the first section, section A, is going to be the consumer information. And this is just your information. This is your name, address, phone number, employer, social security number. You want to go through while when you are looking at this section and make sure that all of the information is correct, that your name is spelled correctly. I actually had a situation on one of my personal credit reports where my name was spelled Kiwi. And that's not my name. That's not how you spell it. So you want to just make sure that all the names your name is spelled correctly, your address is correct and current, and your phone numbers and your current employers. Now, if there's any outdated information in this section, you do want to work to get that removed. Now, this is one of the easiest sections to get misinformation removed, or even old information. You don't want to leave old information on your credit report. You want to have one name, one address, one employer, one phone number. You want to make sure your social security number is correct. While this will not help to boost your credit score, it will help you to look more stable when you go into a lender for a loan. Your next section on the credit report is the consumer statement. And this is if you have written a statement to the credit bureau explaining why there may be some issues with your credit report. Now, me personally, and what I tell anyone else that I advise, is do not include a consumer statement on your credit report. So if you have a consumer statement, that would be something that I would work to remove. And that is just me. I prefer not to have a consumer statement. It's really no point in having that. So if you do have a statement, work to get that removed. So in section C, that is the summary information. And this just summarizes what is actually on the report. If you have any derogatory information, how many accounts you have, how many real estate accounts you have, mortgages, how many revolving accounts that you have. And like I said, this is just a summary of what's actually in the report. As you can see on the tri-merge report, it shows for each of the three major credit bureaus. So the next section, section D, is your account history information. And this is just going to give you details in the 5 categories of real estate, revolving, installments, other, and then the collections. So also in this information, you're going to get the date opened, date reported, your high balance, any past dues that you have, and your payment history in this section of the credit report. Your next section, section E, is the public information. This is going to be listed for any bankruptcies and any judgments. Now, you definitely want to, if you have information in this section, you want to review this carefully, make sure that all of the information is correct. all of the date that it was opened, the date that the public record was closed. A little tip about this also is if you have a public record in this section, you definitely want to dispute that with the credit bureaus, because none of the county clerks anywhere in the United States reports to the credit bureaus. They do not have accounts with those. So the credit bureaus are actually going out there and pulling this information from the county clerks. So you want to dispute this. You want to ask them, where did they get this information? How do they know that it's correct? Don't give them specifics of what you already know is the correct information. If it's something that's incorrect, then they need to go out there and they need to find it and they need to correct it. You do not give them the information to correct this information, because they're going to update it with the correct information and then you cannot get it removed. Your next section is the inquiry information. So this is if anyone has made a hard credit pull on your credit report, like a mortgage, or if you're looking for a car or any credit cards. Another tip in this section is if you are shopping for a car or a mortgage, anything within that 30 days is going to be considered one inquiry. I want to stop right here for a second and talk a little bit more about the inquiry section. So I know you've probably heard in the social media world that you can put a credit freeze on your credit report and it will stop derogatory information from being reported on your credit report. Well, this is simply not true. A credit freeze will stop creditors that you are trying to apply for credit with from viewing your credit report. It does not stop creditors that you're already doing business with from viewing your credit report. So say that you have a credit card with Capital One and you've been late, and you want to put a credit freeze so you can stop Capital One from reporting your late payment. Well, this just won't work. Capital One, you're already doing business with them. You've already given them permission to view your credit report and report information. But say you're trying to get a credit card with Chase Bank, and you don't do business with Chase Bank, you're applying for this credit. That is when a credit freeze would work. Then it will stop Chase Bank from being able to review your credit report to actually extend you credit. Now that we've got that cleared up, the last section in the credit report is the creditor information. And in this section is where you will see the names, addresses, and phone numbers of the creditors that are listed on your credit report. So I want to go back up to section D and spend a little bit more time with you guys here, because this is probably where you're going to spend most of your time reviewing your credit report. You want to review the accounts listed really closely. So you want to make sure that, like, say it's a credit card, that is reporting the correct balances and the limits. The creditors' names are correct. The type of account it is says a revolving account, but it's reporting as an installment. You want to make sure that those things are correct. You also want to make sure the payment history is reporting correctly. Say you were 30 days late, but it's reporting as 60 days. Or say on TransUnion, it's reported as being on time, but the account is reported with Equifax as being 60 days late. You just want to make sure those things are all reporting accurately. You also want to make sure that the dates open and dates closed are correct. Say an account is supposed to be open, but it's reporting as closed. You want to make sure that information is right. Also, you want to review any charge-off accounts and make sure that those charge-off accounts are reporting at a zero balance. I really hope you all found value in this information. Next week's video, we are going to go over how to actually write a dispute letter to the credit bureaus for the inaccuracies that you have found in your credit report. So if you would like to see that video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. If you have any questions, drop them below and I will answer as many as I can. See you next week.